What's happening? It's your man Big T doing big things. Y'all know what it is. ATL Hawks official DJ and Rap City forever. You're checking out the 3-Point Conversion Radio. You dig?
Seven late in the third, and they go on that 13-2 run. What were the 2 or 3 things that you can pinpoint where that run got away?
Really, it's hard to say. Right after the game, you got a lot of thoughts going on. You want to go back and watch the tape. I think our intensity dropped a little bit in the second half. It made a big difference. I thought they were continued to be physical. We also didn't convert. We had a lot of opportunities. We didn't convert. Turned it over 14 times, as did they, but 19-8 off those turnovers. It's kind of the game right there. So I thought it was the kind of the live ball turnovers that was a big discrepancy.
Steve, what are they doing that is frustrating Kevin so much?
Well, I think they're being physical. They're up and into him, grabbing him, holding him, all that stuff that you come to expect. It's been uncomfortable. He hasn't looked like he's been able to quite get his rhythm, but there's other areas of the game that we got to improve at. We made some big strides in the first half, played a lot better, and now we have to sustain it for 2 halves.
From what you saw, why do you think Kyrie played so poorly tonight?
We just didn't have a great shooting half, second half. I wouldn't want to single out Kyrie here. I think he had 39 last time out. You're not going to have 39 every night. And so just trying to get back to Brooklyn, take a look at the tape, try to help these guys, try to help them improve and give them new ways to attack and come out with some juice on Saturday.
Coach, I know we spoke about this needing to be a full team effort, but if you're not getting, I guess, a superstar performance from either Kyrie or Kevin, are you confident that your team can win these games?
Well, clearly it helps, if they have their typical outings, but that's not the only way. I think there's plenty of ways. When you look at their superstars, we didn't have, incredible games. So, it's a team sport, it's a team effort, and I think our group's got a lot of ways where we can improve. And it's important for our group. It's a new team with little common experiences to go through some of these battles, learn from it, and be able to execute under more pressure.
I know you say you have to go back, get to Brooklyn, have a day to look at the tape and kind of piece together what you need to do. Were there any things that I guess you could have done on the fly during this game? Whether it's that run to end the second quarter or the run to end the third quarter that kind of could have stemmed the time.
I think hindsight, you could always say, come up with something, but there's no guarantee that whatever your adjustment is going to work. So it's 2020 looking backwards. I think our group was in a good position in both periods. We just didn't play our best basketball in the second half. I thought we got, we were out physical a little bit. We turned it over unnecessarily at times, and we missed some good looks. You add it all up, and that was the separation they needed. Thanks, guys.
Hey, Bruce, I know closing out quarters has kind of been an issue for this team throughout the year on occasions, but in your mind, when you're up 7 late in the third, that 13-2 run, what were the 2 or 3 things that you think helped it get away at that point?
We just wasn't scoring on the other end. We had some turnovers. They were getting some easy ones, and we started fouling. Jaylen Brown got going. And I just think our physicality took a step down in the second half. So,
Bruce, from your perspective, what are the Celtics doing to get Kevin out of rhythm and Kyrie out of rhythm tonight?
I think they're just packing in. Whoever's on the nail, they're forcing the middle, and whoever's on the nail is just standing there. We just got to be the supporting cast got to be better for him. Get get off the wing, and just be ready to shoot the ball.
I mean, it looked like you guys did a pretty good job defending tonight. I mean, where do you guys go from here? Do you guys feel like you made the adequate adjustments game over game and just came up short tonight?
I mean, each game is going to be a new adjustment. So I just, whatever, we'll figure that out next practice.
Hey, Bruce, when you're talking about doing a better job in support of those guys, I assume what you're talking about is less about hitting shots and more about motion and being in spacing and being in the right places.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, sometimes we can cut off the wing so K can have more space to get to a spot. I even raise up instead of shooting over 2 people every time, or Kai shooting over 3 people. But we'll figure it out.
Kyrie, game 1 to game 2, what did you see as the differences or maybe adjustments that Boston made in trying to take you out of your rhythm tonight?
I mean, they definitely made a run in that second half. We felt pretty confident going into halftime, and we talked about it just coming out in that third quarter with a little bit more pop, especially on the defensive end. Felt like we made things difficult in the first half, kept some of their guys, some of their primary scorers to being in certain spots, just trying to corral them as best we could. And then in the fourth quarter, they made some tough ones. They got going. They had a good bench showing tonight. And, when you got 7 guys in double figures, that definitely shows you that it's a team game out there. They play with cohesion and some poise down the stretch. So,
did they do anything defensively to take you off of your rhythm?
No, I just think I came into tonight's game really evaluating the way they were going to play me. And a few shots went in and out, and just getting to my spots, raising up, felt comfortable. Didn't get to the free throw line as much as I wanted to tonight. Didn't touch the paint as much as I wanted to tonight. And, it's just part of the film that I'm going to watch and see where I can continue to attack this defense. Ime knows us really well. He coached on our staff last year. So I think he has some keys in the treasure chest that he's telling those guys. And, this is what makes it special, though. On the flip side, it's just being able to find some weaknesses in their defense and get their bodies moving. And when they're on the swivel, when we have the ball popping and they're on the swivel and they have to close out to our drives, I feel like we're a better offensive team. But again, it just starts with the little details and to make sure we cover up for one another.
Kai, this is a twofold. Even before you came back full time, the sometimes closing quarters has been an issue for this team.
Mm-hmm.
In your mind, that run, whatever, you're up 7 late in the third, where they go on a run and never trail again. What were the 2 or 3 biggest keys where it kind of got away there?
Man, well, I think when you're out there playing, it just feels a little bit different, in terms of just watching the flow of the game, the rhythm of the game change. The momentum shifted in that moment where we're up 7, and then I think it was a foul call, and they hit a 3, and they closed it. They closed that margin, and then we're going back and forth, and then it ties, and then they take the lead, and they never look back in that fourth quarter. I just think they did a great job of limiting us to 1 shot per possession, capitalizing off our turnovers, which they do really well. And they didn't have as many tonight off our turnovers, but they were just timely. And when you get in transition and you get Jaylen Brown going downhill and then Marcus Smart making plays, and then you got guys crashing offensive glass, it just makes it difficult.
And secondly, you just mentioned coming in here that talking at halftime, coming out with even more intensity in the third quarter was kind of a point of emphasis.
Mm-hmm.
And when Steve was just in here, he was saying he thought that the intensity dropped going into the third quarter. I mean, understanding what the stakes are, I mean, how disappointing is that for the intensity to kind of, do you agree with that assessment? And how disappointing is it for it to drop at that point?
To be honest with you, we don't really have time to be disappointed and to hold our heads. This is part of playoff basketball and learning your team and being in these situations where we can have some carryover into the next one. But coming out in that third quarter, we talk about it, and I don't want to say I'm not sure, but we just got to be better moving forward, coming out of that halftime and knowing that when we have the lead and against a good team or great team like Boston, we just got to take advantage of it. So I think I agree in part with that assessment with Steve, in terms of our intensity, but us as players on the court, we got to control that and rise to the occasion. Just simple as that.
Kyrie, what do you think you need to do to get Kevin rolling again from the field?
We shot 20 free throws. That doesn't happen often. And I don't want to just put it right on Kev because it's a team game, and I think we really want to focus on our team cohesion and building that, and that's been part of our points of emphasis in the locker room and during practices is just raising our level of physicality, staying together through some tough moments. Realizing that when our intensity is not at a certain level, we're just not playing the same. So it's not all on Kev. I think, for myself, I take accountability. I think everybody and on our team takes accountability. But for him specifically, I think as a PG, I just got to get him to his spots and make the game a lot easier. And I believe I can do that with the assistance of the coaches and just having a game plan to attack this, this defense. We're going against no one team in defense in the league. They've proven it. So it's not going to be easy, but it can be done.
To that point, specific to him, what are they doing defensively that is causing him so many problems so far?
I think you see it out there. They're really emphasizing on being in help position. And when you're a great scorer or, you're a consistent scorer where you're used to seeing open space and you're usually, shaking guys with one or two moves. With this defense, those one or two moves, guys are staying on your hip. They're doing a great job of contesting our pull-ups, making sure that we don't get some open looks. And, that's where you go back and watch film and see where you can efficiently attack it, but also know that, you're going to shoot some tough ones sometimes, and that just comes with the series.
Kyrie, we've kind of been talking about cohesion and chemistry kind of all season long, just because of the nature of the season. But
yeah,
being where you guys are now, if that cohesion isn't where it is or where it needs to be, do you feel pressure to have 30 or 40 or 50 for this team to kind of survive?
Our identity is what it is. I just believe that, even me coming out tonight and I only shot 13 times, I felt like we were in a great position coming out of halftime just as a team. And, it's no time for me to look at my individual stats and what I need to do. It's just, I want us to continue with that effort. And I believe we can do it. And we just got to show it. And this late in the season, though I brought up team cohesion, it is what it is. We really have to just turn the page and learn through our experiences right now. We're going against a team that's been together for the last 4 or 5 years, 6 years. So, they don't have to worry about that. And I don't want us to worry about it in this series and make excuses on why things are not going right for us. It's just time to kind of just strap up the boots and get the ammo ready.
Kind of following up real quick. I mean, yeah, they've been together for a while, but Ime is a first-time head coach with them. Were you surprised that they've been able to get off to the start that they had and kind of be a well-oiled machine the way they've been?
No, I'm not surprised at all. I just think the timing is right. Their window is now for these young guys that are on this team that have matured. They've been through series together. They've been through seasons together. They've been through battles together. And I got a chance to experience some of that. And now being on the opposite end and going against a healthy Celtics team, obviously without Robert Williams, but you're just seeing there's a difference in their verve. There's a difference in the way they approach the game. And also they have a set offense and defense that they rely on. Ime has been a huge part of that. But, you got to give credit to that guy that's sitting in the president's role as well now, that all of a sudden just, we don't get to see him as often. Brad Stevens definitely has a lot to do with that. Yep.
Kevin, you shot a lot of free throws tonight, but what toll do you feel the way the Celtics are defending you is taking on the rhythm that you would like to get into?
They playing 2 or 3 guys on me sometimes when I'm off the ball. They, mucking up actions when I run off stuff. I see Horford leaving his man to come over to hit me sometimes. They just playing 2 or 3 guys hit me wherever I go, and that's just the nature of the beast in the playoffs. And I feel like I got a couple good shots there in the fourth that just ain't go down. But yeah, I see a few of their guys around me every time I get the ball, or when I'm setting up, and so I got to be more patient, but also play fast sometimes too, and off the ball, just be able to move a little faster, screen a little harder for my guys to get free. Um, but yeah, just watch film and get better.
Even though you're down 0-2 as a group, the game's been right there for the taking in these first two games. What's it going to take to take back control of this series moving forward?
Yeah, just finish it. I think we're doing a good job of starting games off solid and putting ourselves in position. And just got to finish it. They hit some big shots there in the fourth quarter. So, we got to knock down some shots too.
Kevin, are you at all surprised at how Ime has been able to get this Celtics team playing the type of defense that they have? You guys have history with each other. Did you, I guess, see this coming for how he would get them running?
No, I mean, when you can play a simple defense, like switch everything, and then you got length like they got, they just sitting in the paint, basically playing a zone, so it's easier for every player. You don't got to chase over screens, or you don't have to, just fight over stuff. You can use your lane to sit in the lane and help and, execute the game plan, So when you simplify the game, it makes it easier for the players, and I think that's what Ime did.
I guess what comes next for you after, I guess, 2 games in a row now where you haven't shot the way that you'd like to shoot or take care of the ball the way that you'd like to take care of the ball?
I mean, come back and play, just get ready for work tomorrow and just keep grinding. I'm going to turn the ball over. I'm going to shoot the ball a lot in the playoffs. I mean, play a lot of minutes. I'm going to be expected to, be aggressive throughout the rest of the series. So, control some of that stuff and look at film and just keep playing.
Ime said after game 1 that they were targeting Kyrie late in the fourth quarter. And then tonight, when Tatum came back in, they were targeting him and all the other guards, just trying to get them in switches. So I guess that since you're going to be the rim protector out there a lot of the time, the help defender, what do you and the rest of the team have to do to help out your guards when they're trying to get the wings on them?
I mean, we just, if they get in an isolation situation, I mean, we usually play 3 guards, under 6'2", 6'3". So when they get in isolation situations, just clog the paint and help and make them make extra passes. And I think tonight we did a solid job. I mean, JT was 5 for 16. He had 10 assists. They had how many in double figures? 7 in double figure. I mean, they played their game tonight. I think our guards did a good job of just fighting over everything and just playing as hard as they can.
Kevin, you identified what the issues are and the looks they're giving you defensively. How confident are you that you'll be able to turn it around in enough time and the group will be able to give you the right looks to get the series back on track?
Give me the right looks? It's on me to just finish it and figure it out. I'm not expecting my teammates or the defense to give me anything. I just got to go out there and play. I feel like we watch film, and our name of our game is just playing extremely hard. I mean, on the defensive side of the ball, we didn't give up too many rebounds this game. We matched them in turnovers and made a few more shots than us.
Kind of following up on that real quick, Kevin, do you feel like you need to go for like 30, 40 for this team to have a chance?
Some nights I have to. You just got to be prepared for anything. Like, they're doing a good job of, trying to cut off my scoring, trying to limit my shot making, so 2 or 3 people contest or somebody there in the lane when I'm driving. It might double here and there. So they're doing a good job. It's on me to figure it out.